welcome to Psychic Café Live. Well, I have got my tarot cards, I have got my matcha today. What are you drinking? Let me know in the comments. Now, in order to comment, you're going to need to be a subscriber of my YouTube channel. So click on that subscribe button and wait a minute, and then you'll be able to comment on it. And so for those of you that would like a personal message from your higher self, then send a super chat or super sticker. If you've got a question for your reading, you do that too. For those of you watching the replay, hey, you missed me live, you can go to my website, behealing.com. The first one's on me. Your first message from your higher self is on me. And so if you just put your name and your email address in, when the window pops up on my website, behealing.com, you can get one of the messages from your higher self. So I've been a professional psychic for over 25 years now. I had a shop in Byron Bay in Australia where I used to practice, and then I got so busy with readings that I shifted online because people couldn't book in with me in the shop. So I shifted online, and when I did that, it just blew up, and so I started working from home, and that's been me ever since. And so this is the preferred format that I do it. I do Zoom calls, and with my readings and my energy healings as well, and online courses and stuff like that. So that's about me. I don't just read your energy, I connect in with your higher self, that's you in spirit form, to bring through the truth about the situation. I like to use my gifts to help people to heal, which is why it's called Be Healing, right? So let's get some cards out for the collective while people come into the Psychic Cafe. Say hello if you're here and let me know where you're watching from. I'm here in a very rainy Thailand, like my hair won't even dry after my shower. I had a shower about 2 hours ago, still not dry because of the humidity. It's monsooning right now. Okay, so I've got a message for the collective here to start us off. And it is Two of Wands. We're at a crossroads right now. You might be at a crossroads right now. We've got so much change going on in the world, right? And this Two of Wands is about that. Wands is about action. And so when we're at a crossroads, it's asking us to take new action, different action than we've taken before. And so I think a lot of us have got complacent. We got lazy. We go through life with everything like coming really easily. I'm not saying that life is easy, it isn't, but you know, the material stuff has come easily. Like, we are all living like kings and queens, really, with the access that we have to all the food and stuff like that. I mean, it's never been easier. But that being said, you know, there are the control structures and all of that kind of thing trying to make it harder, right? And so we're at this crossroads right now, and I'm just getting this message like, don't be complacent, or be less complacent about the blessings that we've had and how easy it has been. So it's asking us to do things differently. Wands is about doing things. Now, the Four of Wands is about having solid foundations, and so these changes that you make, it needs to be built properly for the long term. And so this might be, you know, things like making sure that you've got access to food yourself, you know, not relying on that worldwide, you know, movement of food around the world that may not be possible if certain things happen. Like, we just don't know what's going to happen, right? But there is massive change going on. And so if you are looking for like food solutions, well, it might be a good idea to do that. I've got a gardener here growing in the rain there, growing garden. I got my first batch of greens from it as well. So I've been in here for 4 weeks, and you kind of set that garden up in the last couple of weeks. I've already got some greens from it, and so things like that, you know, thinking long term. Now, if I'm talking about business and about relationships for you, if that's the change that you've got going on in your life at the moment, think long term. Think about building things up for the long term, getting those firm foundations in place. So no quick wins. No, don't be thinking of like, you know, just scrambling to put out the fires that are going on in your life at the moment. Build for the future. Hey, Robert in Toronto, how are you? Next up, we've got the Empress. So this is divine feminine energy, very nurturing kind of an energy. And we do have like feminine rising at the moment, divine feminine rising. After being in the patriarchy for I don't know how many thousands of years, hundreds of thousands of years, we've got divine feminine rising, and probably not to a matriarchy, I think to integrated masculine and feminine. That would be nice, hey? So the Empress has come out, and she's come out with the Nine of Wands. And the Nine of Wands is about coming toward the end of a healing cycle. And so you can see there, she's like patched up a lot of her wounds already. She's still got them, but she's kind of dealing with that. So we are healing the divine feminine within all of us, like within all of us, men and women alike. There's been a lot of like disruption with feminine energies just not being honored at all, not being valued. So women have had to be valued. We have to be like men. We only get value, we only get money, in order to live, to eat, to have roofs over our head, only if we're in the masculine energy. But we're still expected to do the feminine things for the community too, and for our families and for everybody. And it's exhausting. If it was the other way around, men would really understand what we've been through. And yeah, I don't think it's been ideal for men either. And so we've got a whole lot of healing going on here. So we're thinking at these crossroads, thinking about long-term solutions for ourselves. I don't have a fairy tarot oracle. I don't. I've got this. I got the Lightseers tarot. I've got out right now, the Muse tarot. And this one is the Tarot of Mystical Moments that I'm using right now. So, further information on this message for the collective. You like fairies, do you, Robert? I haven't got that many tarot decks, in fact. I've got a couple of Christmas ones that will be coming out soon for my video readings. Yeah, tarot not so much. I did sell some recently. I sold a load of tarot decks. I just had so many decks. So a change is in the wind, and we need to clean things up. So it's a repair job at the moment, repairing our wounds. Now I was saying about the Nine of Wands, Four of Swords is like the start of a healing journey, when you've got to start it off, right? Because the pain of the Three of Swords, the heartbreak, the pain. But the Nine of Wands is coming toward the end of a healing journey, and so we're just like finishing off that patching up that we've all been doing. I think a lot of us, star seeds have come here for this shift that we're in right now in the world. We came here to do that, and we came here to be born right in the thick of it, right in all of the very human experience and some of the worst, so that we can heal and transmute it in ourselves, so that we can help others do that. And you can see, right, through the generations that we've got now, I'm Gen X, but we had terrible childhoods, really, it was really bad, and we started that healing process, and we made some of what we'd learned out. I've been doing this for over 25 years, both healing myself and helping other people heal too, me and a lot of other Gen Xers as well, putting that information out so that millennials, so that the ones that came after us have a bit of a head start on it, and we didn't do a perfect job of it ourselves. Parenting, I can put my hand up and say I didn't do a perfect job of it. I was still healing myself. I was still having trouble with alcohol. I was because I've got PTSD, and I like constant anxiety. I was still medicating myself at the time when I was doing my parenting, so not ideal, but I was prioritizing my own healing. So yeah, a lot. And so we've got to clean these things up. So we've been doing the work, but there's still a little bit more to clear up. And so now is the time to be really present with ourselves. And anything that comes up, any triggers, a lot of people being triggered at the moment, right? Especially around masculine and feminine things. Or is that just my algorithm that shows me that? It could be. But yeah, a lot of triggering going on. So we need to notice those triggers within ourselves, because of course it's something to heal, right? It is. Do you read cards too, Robert? So, just changed the schedule of this show. It was kind of sporadic before. 9 years ago when I started this show, it was every morning at 8 a.m. for me. Now I've shifted it to 3 times a week at 11 a.m. I had a break for a while because I was just overdoing free readings. I've got better things to do with my time to make money instead of giving things out for free. But I still have a lot of that in my business. But yeah, now I'm Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 11 a.m. Bangkok time, because I'm in Thailand here on a little rainy island right now. So we've got creating cooperation. That's what I was thinking. Like the masculine and the feminine, this is not about patriarchy or matriarchy. This is about cooperatives, in our communities, of the masculine and the feminine, everyone having a role to play. More gets accomplished when everyone has a role to play. And, we've got a lot of people thinking that they don't have a role anymore to play. And no, we're all important, we're all valuable, we're all meant to be here at this time, and we do have a role to play, right? And sometimes that means us needing to allow other people to help us more, let them play their role in your life, and then it all flows beautifully, because we're moving out of this independent paradigm, right, which really doesn't serve us. We're communal beings. And so but Western society, I say Western society because I live in Eastern society, and it's quite different here. It still is that community kind of thing. But Western society has us all like being independent or living singly and having to do everything for ourselves and not helping each other. And it's such a violent way of living. It's so horrible. And we need to come out of that and start relying on each other again in this communal kind of living, helping each other, each playing our part. It's 11:11 right now. Each of our, like my guys used to tell me years ago, we all have a role to play, and if we would do that for everyone, play our role, not for everyone, but for the people that we can help, and allow others to play their role for us, everything would just work perfectly. Everything would just work perfectly. Hey Mavida, am I saying that right? And so if you do want a personal message, then you'll need to do the super chat, super sticker. There you go. Otherwise, stick around, because toward the end, anyone that's still here, I'll be pulling out one of these, the secret manifestation cards. So you'll get one of those. But if you do want a question answering, then please do use that super chat, super sticker. Or you can visit my website, behealing.com. I've got one question readings available on that too. It's a paid service that I do, so I do a lot for free already. A lot of my videos and this Psychic Café show, and a free 5-day course as well for portals. How do you do it? In the live chat there should be like a little dollar sticker down there. There's a little dollar sticker. You click on that and you can do like super chat, super sticker. Some of these things, I know YouTube, it looks different for everybody, right? People say that they can see like a hype button on my videos. I've never seen a hype button. I did get an email from YouTube saying that there are hype buttons on my videos now, but I've never seen it on anyone else's video. So, yeah. Right, what have we got here? More cards. We've got the Father. So we're talking about masculine energy. And then we've got the Castle, right? So that feels like, property and home and all of those kind of things. It's, like I say, we've been in the patriarchy, and everything is owned by masculine. Can be a woman owning it too, but she has to be in a masculine in order to own things, in order to, supply for herself. Then we've got the Ring, which is, of course, marriage, and then Venom. And so there's all of this hard feeling about that. So I just want to give you a little thought experiment here, because this really makes men realize what women have been through in this patriarchy, apart from all the violence and all of that kind of thing. Only masculine energy is valued, meaning it's the only thing that's paid, right? And so, of course, that's where we get our abundance from. And so, we need that for food and for shelter and all of the things that we need in life. And so with only masculine energy being rewarded, women have had to get into that masculine energy. Even if you do things like me, like what I do is a feminine thing, but I've had to put it in a masculine container. I have to mark it. I have to do the, the structure is put into a masculine structure. Now, for the guys out there, and for women too, just think about this. If men had to, if we were living the opposite way around, and men were only valued, only got money if they did feminine things, they still have to do the masculine things. They still have to build houses and do all of that stuff, and they do that for free, of course, because that's what men do, right? That's just what men do. But when they finish that, they have to do feminine things in order to get money, in order to survive, right? Imagine what a conundrum that would be for men. I mean, they would just be unable to do it. But that's what's being asked of us women. We only get paid if we're in our masculine energy, and it's exhausting. It's exhausting because we have to keep on doing the feminine things because it's in us. It's in us. And it's who we are. And, that's what we bring. And it's important too. It's very important to society, to communities, and all of that. And I'm not saying we want to only do the feminine things and never do the masculine things. But the feminine things need to be valued now. And so with these cards, the Father, the Castle, the Ring, and Venom, that is talking about the venom, right? It is the triggering. It's the everything bubbling up to the surface, all the pain and all the hurt and all the things that just do not serve us with these control structures that we've had in these patriarchal structures for men and women. Because I know it's not like fun times for men either in these systems, right? So, yes, we are creating cooperation at the moment, or we're trying to. And so the human race, from a spiritual perspective, we are this conglomeration of all kinds of species, alien species, with our DNA being spliced and diced, and like many visitors to Earth. And I'm just hearing other places too. So we've not just been here. We were on Mars for a while, I think, until we nuclear ward it. We keep on doing this. Human beings, we've been through this cycle so many times. We get to this technological part, and then we really mess up. We mess up, and it's to do with the patriarchy. We mess up when it's a patriarchy, when we get to this point of technology, every time, and then we create this technological nuclear stuff, and we use it instead of to help us, we use it to kill ourselves. How stupid are we? Well, this time we've been through that cycle so many times, all of us. We've all been part of it. We're all the same age. There's no like older souls than others. We're all the same age souls. Some of us in this incarnation are a little bit further along, but time's cyclical, so it's not like anyone else is older than each other. We've all played different parts. And so this time we're like, okay, can we do it? Can we not kill ourselves and obliterate the planet and human beings? Like, can we not do that this time? Can we learn? It doesn't look like it at the moment, right? It doesn't look like it at the moment. It's not looking good for humanity. You've got to laugh, otherwise you'd cry. We're not to do that this time, but we are. There's so many people that want to do that. There's so much war going on. There's so many people that want that destruction, right? And there is negative forces too. There is this energy for harm and for control and all of that kind of thing. And it seems to have ensnared quite a few people, right? So we've got this spiritual war going on. You can look at it that way. But what we are here to do as starseeds right now is to help people to heal and other things. I mean, that's my role kind of thing. But so that we can shift to this creating cooperation, so we can cooperative with each other instead of this destructive kind of an energy, which requires the divine feminine to be valued. Because if the divine feminine would be valued, then the women would be making more of the decisions. I'm not talking about, I know we've had women in government and things like that, but it's been in the patriarchy. It's been her in the masculine energy. It's not been her in the feminine energy. That's very different, because women in the feminine energy will make decisions for the greater good, for the community. Not the ones that are operating in the masculine, but the ones that are in the feminine. And those feminine energies, whether it's in a man or a woman, need to come through now as leadership. And that's certainly not what we've got at the moment. We've got complete psychopaths instead. Isn't that crazy? We've got psychopaths as leaders with like so much spiritual and mental problems. They're the ones that we've got leading. Craziness, absolute craziness. That's why it's not looking good. It's not looking good that we're going to do it, that we're going to be able to get out of this cycle of total annihilation But fingers crossed, the guides seem hopeful about it. We are getting help from our, I want to say forefathers, but that's not the right word for it. From our creators. As I said, the human race is a mixture of many different aliens. We've not evolved from monkeys, although monkey DNA is in us, along with other alien races all spliced in, right? To make the human body this incredible technology that it is. Healing, self-healing, adaptive to any environment. Not just that, but able to connect with each other emotionally, spiritually, being able to connect with source energy spiritually. And there's so much more as well. We've got unlimited potential in these human bodies for even more skills and things that we can do. I, for one, would like to stick around on Earth or some kind of an Earth plane to be able to develop these things instead of just having to heal from the trauma on this planet instead, from everything that's going on. I, for one, would like to do that. And maybe we're going to have the chance to do that if we can just move ourselves away from this whole war mongering energy. So how we're going to do that, I don't know. Just by raising our vibrations, helping heal, and then by some kind of miracle, I think. So if you've got any ideas on that, or is this too deep for you? Have you all gone? Not many people talking about the high level stuff. Not many people want to listen about it too, or take responsibility for it in ourselves. But starseeds, that's what we're here to do. That's what we're here to do. And so let's get cards out. Anyone else still here? I'm going to get myself one out first. I'm getting the secret manifestation cards out. I think I'm by myself. Maybe I need to start doing like early morning. I've set it at this time because it's 11 a.m. for me, because I need my mornings to myself. I've been working constantly, not even being able to go work out for a week because I just didn't have time. I was working that much. I had my free 5-day portal class going, which will be on again. So visit behealing.com, put your email address in and your name. You can be part of that next time. If you go to behealing.com/portal, put your name in there. We'll be starting on the 17th of December. That's a free 5-day class that I'm doing. Make the most of the portal. Very welcome to come along there. So my card is appreciation strengthens relationships. For a difficult relationship to become great, we have to put our focus on what we appreciate about the other person. When we complain about a relationship, we only attract more things to complain about. For the next 28 days, that's very specific. Write down all the things that you appreciate about that person. What person? Adding more things to the list each day, and you'll see how appreciation can turn any relationship around. Interesting. I don't have any difficult relationships. I don't keep difficult relationships in my life. I'm very discerning about who I let into my life. I live on a little tropical island, and our community here is amazing. It's not all perfect, There are people that I don't like here. I just stay away from them. I mean, why would I? Why would I connect with people that I don't like? Anyway, appreciation strengthens relationships. Interesting message for us. This can be for the collective today. I'll pick one of these cards out each time I do this for myself, and I'll leave it on the side so I'll come back to it and read it and see how it applies to stuff that's going on. But yeah, right now I only got people that I like around me. Really, really good people around me right now. I moved into this place just over, it was 5 weeks ago. It wasn't just over 5 weeks ago. It was exactly 5 weeks ago I moved into this place. From a house, a little bungalow that I'd been in a resort for 9 years, and now I'm living next door. I'm living in a residential area now, and a friend of mine and her husband built this place. Their house is right there next door to me. There's another one that's kind of been renovated that's just like this place next door to me, and there's some new ones down there. Anyway, we've got a gardener here, and right outside of my place is like the veggie garden, and it's great. And so whenever I want something, like if I get some vegetables, luckily we've still got the original fruits and vegetables here with the seeds in them, the original kind here in Thailand. And so, not that that's everywhere in Thailand, but I can go and buy a pumpkin or something and then give him the seeds out of it and he can grow those pumpkins. So I brought him some papaya seeds from my favorite papayas that are grown on this island too. And we're building up a garden. Well, I'm not. I'm not a gardener. I sit here in my room doing all of this stuff, working hard on my business, and he's out there every day tending to the garden, which is really cool. I'm loving it. So yeah, I've just got really sweet, awesome people around me. But if you haven't, then appreciation strengthens relationships. And so if it is a relationship that you do want to stay in, then write down all the things that you appreciate about that person. I think we all go through these cycles in relationships, right? When we first meet somebody, say a romantic relationship or friendship, we meet somebody and we see all the best things about them, see how we connect. We are connection beings, right? It feels good if we are similar to someone else and we see those points of connection. And so that's what we do. That's what we do when we meet people, unless you've got like a really negative mindset. But by far the majority of us, that's what we do. We connect with people on the similarities between us. But there comes a point, right, in relationships, like there can be red flags and, really unhealthy traits in someone for healthy relationships that will just, like, there's no amount of appreciating someone else or whatever that is going to change that in them, because that's their work to do, right? But yeah, if instead of getting to a certain point within relationships and we switch from seeing all those positive things in our connection and how we're connecting, and then we start seeing what the differences are and like how we don't like them and stuff like that, that's just like the beginning of the end of a relationship, be it friendship or romantic relationship or family relationship or whatever. And so the more we get to know somebody, the more we can see those difficulties, right? Those things that aren't a match to us, and it doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good at all. But we've got all kinds of people here on this planet. There's a whole complete range, right? And it would be good if we can create cooperation between us. Everyone has a place, because Earth is a school. It's a school, and we're all different levels of spirits here to learn different things at this time. And like I said before, there's none of us that are older souls than anyone else. Time is cyclical. We've all been here at exactly the same time. We go through these cycles, the human race, of usually, spending a long time before we get to the technology part. And then when we get to the technology part, if it is a patriarchy, pretty much we destroy ourselves. And looks like that's what we're doing this time too. But there's hope this time. There's hope this time that we won't. And so in that same kind of way, appreciation strengthens relationships, to create cooperation now so that we don't destroy ourselves with the technology. Then what do we do? Got to appreciate what everyone brings, right? What everyone can do for each other, and start doing it for each other. Community again. The Western world has got so far away from that. Thank God I don't live in the Western world. I live here in the Eastern world, where we still have communities and we still care for each other and we do things for each other. Moving house was just a dream that I would love everyone to experience, because then you'd know what not living in community is like. It was just so easy. It's not easy in any other country. I've moved in England. I've moved in Australia. Completely different experience. You got to pay for everything. You got to get a truck, and it's all hard work and slow. And everyone wants their bit of it, and no one really wants to work. Here, literally everyone just jumped and helped me. Someone let me use their car, but not just that, their driver. And then all of this staff came and just jumped in, and they just picked up all my stuff and they moved it, and then they brought it in here. I didn't need to lift a thing. I was just kind of directing, saying where everything was going. And then they went on their merry way, and it was over within an hour. It was just so super, super fast. And I'd been stressing out, like thinking, like, how am I going to get all of this stuff? And it just worked. It just worked like that. And afterwards, I said to my friends, like, wow, like moving, I was so stressed out about it, and then moving was just like the easiest thing I've ever done. And she said, oh yeah, moving on this island is so easy. Everyone just does it for you. And I know that's what it's like here, but coming as a Westerner from that, you know, even though I've been here for 9 years, it still surprises me when I have those new experiences of actually being cared for and people helping each other and us all, you know, piling in together. And I do it for other people. Of course, they're going to do it for me too, right? And so just letting that in and just having that as an experience, I would love everyone to experience that. And hopefully you will. If we start appreciating each other and what we bring to the table, right? And that means letting other people do stuff for us, not just being the giver, because that was definitely my pattern. Always the one being okay, helping others, you know, and being the one that needed help. That's more uncomfortable for me, but letting that kind of stuff in. So I'm out of here then. It's looking like this time, well, we'll see. I'll just keep it going. It's looking like this time of day might not be the most ideal for people getting on here. Perhaps earlier in the morning for me will be instead. Thanks everyone for coming. If you catch the replay, let me know which time zone you're in and which timing would be best for you for this show to be. Because if it's going to continue being really quiet like this, then it's just a waste of my time, right? So probably better to move it earlier. We'll see. Let me know anyway in the comments below if you managed to get this far. And I will see you all next time. I'll be on in 2 days' time. Bye.